Every legend leaves a trace. Some linger in memory, others in things that were never meant to fall into human hands. In the Myths Belief Store, you'll find artifacts, talismans, and relics steeped in the darkness of ancient faiths. Enter if you dare to touch what is forgotten and terrifying. Link in the description. In the darkness of the desert night, where the wind carries sand and whispers no one can explain, you can sometimes hear the sound of footsteps. Footsteps that belong neither to a human nor to any known animal. Travelers said that when the moon is thin like the edge of a knife and the shadows stretch unnaturally long, something begins to move between the dunes. Something that watches, waits, and hungers. According to ancient beliefs, this is where ghouls appear, beings whose name was never spoken without reason, because people believed they could hear every word, even those whispered in one's thoughts, and follow the one who uttered them. Ghouls are among the most terrifying demons in Middle Eastern folklore, though over time their legends spread across the world. They were believed to be creatures that fed on human flesh, especially the bodies of the dead, though they did not shy away from the living if the opportunity arose. They were described as thin, unnaturally elongated beings with skin resembling dried earth, cracked and rough like desert stone. Their eyes glowed like embers buried in ash, and their fingers were long and tipped with sharp claws capable of tearing flesh like paper. In some tales, ghouls could change shape, taking the form of a human, most often a lost child or a woman begging for help. Yet there was always something unsettling about them. Limbs too long, a smile too wide, eyes too empty. Their voice could mimic human speech, but it sounded like an echo from an empty cave, as if something repeated words it did not understand. In folk beliefs, ghouls were the terror of cemeteries, ruins, and desolate places. It was said they roamed between graves at night, searching for fresh bodies to devour. They were believed to dig up the dead, and their favorite places were abandoned necropolises where no one guarded the tombs. In some regions, people claimed ghouls also hunted the living, especially lone travelers who strayed from their caravan. They lured them with voices, pretending to be an injured person, and when the victim came too close, they attacked with unnatural speed. Ghouls were believed to be immortal as long as they fed on human flesh, and their strength grew with every body they consumed. In some tales, ghouls inhabited caves and underground tunnels, forming entire colonies filled with the stench of death and decay. It was also believed that ghouls feared sunlight, which weakened their bodies and forced them to hide underground, which is why they hunted mainly at night, when darkness was their ally. In many old stories, there is also the belief that ghouls could absorb the memories of their victims. People said that if a ghoul devoured someone's body, it could briefly imitate their voice, their walk, and even fragments of their personality. This made them even more dangerous because they could lure the loved ones of the deceased by pretending that the dead had returned. In some legends, ghouls were portrayed as cursed souls of people who committed cannibalism or grave desecration during their lifetime. After death, they were condemned to eternal hunger that could never be satisfied. In other beliefs, ghouls were demons born from desert fire and darkness, beings that had never been human at all, merely wearing human shapes to hunt more easily. In popular culture, ghouls have become some of the most recognizable monsters. They appear in games such as Fallout, where they are depicted as mutated, deformed beings living in the ruins of a post-apocalyptic world. In the Diablo series, ghouls appear as fast, aggressive creatures attacking in packs. In horror literature, the ghoul motif appears in the works of H.P. Lovecraft, where they are portrayed as beings living underground and feeding on corpses, often in ways more ritualistic than animalistic. In films and series, ghouls often appear as humanoid monsters with unnatural movements and a hunger that cannot be satisfied. Their image has evolved, but one thing has remained constant: their insatiable craving for human flesh and the dark aura of something that should never exist. And now a question for you. Would you dare to walk through an abandoned cemetery at night, knowing that something might be watching you from the darkness? Have you ever believed in stories like this, or perhaps you've heard legends about creatures that feed on what remains of a human being? Let me know in the comments what you think about ghouls, and which other dark beings you want to see in future episodes. If you enjoy this atmosphere, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming eerie stories.